Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I've made a couple of videos, and I was gonna make a lot today, but I lost my phone for a couple of hours, and it turns out it was like under some pillows and stuff, and I also had a lot of memory issues with my iPhone, so I couldn't record anything. I just ended up deleting all of my videos, I think like yesterday, and moving everything into a drive that my wife bought. So definitely gonna start making more videos because I had so much. I had no memory left whatsoever to the point where my Gmail app on my phone wouldn't even upload or wouldn't even update. So I'm glad that that's taken care of. Um, and I wanted to look into the metaverse. Somebody actually requested that I look into the metaverse, and they're like, "Yo, you have to look into everything that's going on, with all the metaverse plays." And I legitimately think that everything is just running. I did hold some show for a bit. I'm holding mana. I did not get into sand because I just didn't see an entry for myself, so I didn't actually get into sand. I know a lot of the people um, from our from the Patreon got into sand, and they were telling me like, yo, you need to get into sand. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up, and I didn't listen to them. But it just the entry was not right for me. But I did want to look into all the metaverse plays right now, since everything is running pretty hard to the upside. Let me see if I can find some sort of, there you go. I don't think I need too much more support and resistance since price is up here. Um, I'd say right now is a buy. I mean, you're doing a violent close, right? When you have a 4 hour bullish create under the zero line and then you're above, you're already overbought in the stochastic. That's definitely considered a violent close, especially on my end. Because you're actually not trending here and it's more of a pretty strong move upward. I'd say that right now, I'd say if we do end up running up, if we do end up beating this previous high of 24 cents, I think you're headed to 30 cents, relatively easily. Let me make this a little bit brighter for everybody to see. Hopefully that's easier to see. And again, I'm using the fib as opposed to the fib. I'm using the regular fib extension for the forecast as opposed to what is it called? As opposed to the trending fib, because it's trending, but it's not on a gradual raise, right? You want price. If you're going to be using this trending fib right here, the trend-based fib extension, you have to have price more like this, right? And right now, price is just kind of like that. So that's why that's where you want to use. That's where the difference comes in, and where you actually use certain stuff. So quick little note there. But you know what? Last time, you didn't move all that much when it came to violent closes on the 4 hour. It doesn't seem like it actually triggered all that big of a movement. This would actually be the first move, but again, you probably also didn't have enough volume, right? Because last time you had a 4 hour trigger on the bull side, you ran from 12 to 17, so you ran up about 4 cents, which would be sort of kind of similar to here. You might have somewhere between the range of 30 to 28 cents. So I would not be surprised to see it somewhere at 30 to 28 cents metaverse in the next, I don't know, probably day or so. So I do think that Hero has a good chance. But I think overall, the metaverse market is really running. I mean, you saw plays like, you saw Mana already do its crazy run, first out of everything, right? And then all that money started cashing out of Mana and started going out into other metaverse plays, right? That's when it started getting extremely lucrative. And, you saw the initial run up on Mana back on October 30th. And then that's when you started seeing other metaverse related you started seeing other metaverse related plays start to really run, right? So October 30th, you had sand barely run up from 8 cents, sorry, from 80 cents to about $2.30 or so, right? Which is still a pretty nice jump. That's about a 4x. If you go from 80 cents to $2.40, you're doing, sorry, a 3x. You're doing a 300% gain. But keep in mind, Mana didn't really hasn't ran as much as Sand, right? Sand started at about 70 cents. It's already at $7. So you would have easily carried over a 1,000% gain, a 10x essentially from late October, to where we are now. So in about what, a month or so? Let me see. October, November. Yeah, so almost exactly in 1 month, you would have seen a perfect 10x gain to the point, a little bit higher possibly, because you did almost hit $9 on sand. But everything right now is just it just looks extremely bullish on every single play, especially for, especially for everything metaverse related. And I think, and I was actually thinking that it might have been more of a, by the rumors, sell the news, especially because the game, Sans game, came out today. You actually did not have a sell off at all, right? I mean, I would not even consider this as close to a sell off. I mean, I would not consider this a sell off, right? You went from $8, almost $9 to $5. I mean, yeah, it's a 50% sell off, right? But it's not an actual sell off. Like, I would not consider this like a huge move to the downside. Look at that. It's at most a 35% trail down, right? And I would not even consider it a sell off. I just think it's considered regular price action, especially within the metaverse place. Um, so even even smaller caps like Shill, right? Smaller caps like Shill also ran pretty heavily. Let me see if I can get a little bit. 4 hour. Yeah. So you had a nice run up. Even on Shill, right? It's been gradually rising up to the upside, right? And then you have other plays like possibly Alice, who also not really sold off a bit. They're still, I would still consider this trending in channel, but I think the main focus would probably actually be either Mana, Sand, and Hero, which have actually ran the highest. And I think they're going to keep running, to be honest. I think everything's going to keep going up on the metaverse. I actually think entry for Sand and Mana is actually, or Hero is actually going to be pretty solid right now in the next couple of hours. So any entry right now, I would actually guess that's going to be that they're going to have another push to the upside pretty hard, especially because they're going to be closing, violent moves to the upside, right? And all this bear pressure, it hasn't really been bear pressure. It's been maybe like a 1 or 2 candle wick sell off, and then you continue moving to the upside, And I think Hero is going to keep running pretty hard upwards. But I think Sand is going to be the leader in all this, and it has been the leader in all this. First, it started off with Mana, then it went over to, I think, to Sand, and then it trickled down over to the other smaller cap metaverse plays. But I think essentially, it was always just Sand that was going to keep the movement or the momentum on the bull side up, right? And the really good part is you actually closed the bull trigger on November 27th, which is right here, and you're actually trading higher than the open and the close of what is it of that bear trigger for the daily, right? You actually closed on at $6.50, right? And you're at $7.15. So I would really consider this super bullish momentum on even a bear cycle, right? You're technically still in a bear cycle on the daily, and you're moving slightly up. So I would definitely consider this, extremely, extremely bullish, because next time you actually close, a bull entry, more than likely you're going to keep running to the upside. I mean, what happened last time you closed the bull trigger, right? You went from here, $2.50, and you ran up all the way to $5. You did full 100%, right? Second time you closed a bull day, you ran from essentially this close right here of like $4, and you ran all the way to almost $9. You did another 100%. I would not be surprised if you actually, I would sort of cap this at like $10, right? So if you actually do end up closing a bullish day, I say you can go from $7 to maybe 10. I don't know if I would be able to see a full 100% gain and you would run up to around $14, but I can definitely see a nice, like a solid $10 movement to the upside. I'd say more than likely, because these are pretty good runs to the upside. I'd say you're more than likely to hit somewhere between $10 and like $12. I'd say definitely around this area. I would not even consider $14. I think that run up would be a little bit too high. And I think the cap or the limit, or at least my price target, would be somewhere in the range of $10 to $12. And I think the $10 mark would actually be a really good psych level for Sand. And I think it's probably going to get there, and I think it's going to get there soon. I think it's going to run up again. I think this next run, more than likely, is going to break all-time highs. I mean, we ran from lows of 5.6 to 7.8. What kind of a difference is this, right? So I would not be surprised to see another move like this, right? You ran up $2.16 in 20 hours. I would not be surprised to see another run like this in another 20 hours. 20, that should be fine. So $2.16 right here, which would put you a little bit higher, right? It would put you a little bit higher than previous highs. It would put you right around, $9. And then from there, you might start either a new trading range, or you might actually keep blowing up to the upside. But I think within the next day or two, you can definitely expect. I would not be surprised to see $9. That's what I would think. That would be my guess right now. I would not be surprised to see a $9 sand in the next 2 days or so. But again, this is mostly based off of all the MetaVerse plays. I think they're going to keep running up. As long as sand keeps running up, I think everything else will probably follow it. So even smaller plays like Meta Hero or what's it called, or Mana or Shill or Alice. I'm probably forgetting more, but as far as MetaVerse, I still think there's a little bit of a run up to the upside. So I'll see you guys later. Still super bullish on the MetaVerse. There's no reason to not be. You might trail sideways on bear cycles, but I think ultimately you're going to keep running up. At least this week, I think, for all MetaVerse stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.